Yeah, I got the game all in my hand. Ooh, yeah.
Hello, and you are now tuned in to the only universe mode that matters. I am Christian.
I'm Jesse.
And here we are, back after, Jesse, we just recorded a Summerslam pay-per-view. It was all hell. Everything broke loose. It was a great show. We've been here since, I believe, 4 o'clock-ish, and it's about to be 9. So we've done our due diligence today, Jesse, but we're here today to talk everything SummerSlam, everything post-SummerSlam. Honestly, me and Jesse haven't really spoke about the pay-per-view at all. We just shut off the button, and we're recording a new video. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have some raw thoughts, maybe ideas on the spot. We don't know what's next exactly. I don't got my Raw booked for next week. I don't know if you got your SmackDown books for next week. You do? Mm-hmm. Damn, you're good. No, I kind of got to, I needed to see the aftermath. And today we're going to discuss the aftermath. And speaking of aftermath, Jesse, I won the pay-per-view. I killed the flies. I don't know if you're still trying to find the last one that might be in the
I felt like it was on my leg. But
are you trying to tie the ball game up?
It's just my hair.
It is just your hair. Most likely, Jesse. You got a lot of it. But, man, we have to talk about what was a incredible show. And let's start it off with how the show started. And that was Bloodline. Roman Reigns was calling out the whole locker room in efforts to take on his familia, his bloodline, the champions, Usos and Roman Reigns. And Cena was up for the challenge. He was up for the challenge. We knew he recruited Riddle. What we didn't know was who was going to be the third person. Mm-hmm. Until I acquired him via trade. Let's talk about that off rip. Kevin Owens is now the newest member of Monday Night Raw for Liv Morgan. That was the trade. What do you think of it? What did you think of the match, his performance, the match in general?
The match was definitely a great way to start SummerSlam. Some tag team, tornado tag action. A lot of chaos. Looking, obviously, for the fans to get intrigued into the show right off the gate, which I think we did a great job of. Obviously, we have the stars right in the beginning with Cena, Roman. You got the rest of the bloodline. You got Kevin Owens. You got Riddle, former WWE champion this season. It was a good match to start off. Obviously, the breaking news of Kevin Owens now being part of Monday Night Raw, and now Liv Morgan will be a part of Friday Night SmackDown. I know probably people in the comment section and maybe in the Discord are probably like, "Oh, Christian won the trade.
I don't even think that. Liv Morgan's now the SmackDown Women's Champion in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Raw, is it?
SmackDown. Yeah, SmackDown. Possibly signs to come in this universe. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of Liv Morgan. Even before her push really started. And I made her into Sister Abigail gimmick. Became champion. She was literally champion, I think, of all of season 1 of 2K20. And dominant. I loved using her. Her moveset was always really good with Liv Morgan, and her character work. I made her literally a superstar. Dominant champion.
You could do it all again, Jesse.
That's exactly my point. I really had nothing for Kevin Owens. I know he was high on my draft board. I love Kevin Owens. It's just I don't have any ideas for him. And instead of just, having him being catering, I'll say, gave him to Raw, and, maybe Kevin Owens can shine on the red brand and Liv Morgan with my ideas that I have that I want to, maybe even continue from 2K20 that I didn't do. Yeah. I can do in 2K22. So I think it's an even trade. Liv Morgan joins SmackDown and Kevin Owens joins Raw, and I think it's an even trade for both of us. So.
It is an even trade, and I didn't have much to do with Liv Morgan, and I hopefully can do something with KO. Who knows? It starts with this match today, and we did see the outcome, and it was, I thought I might have had the match close to winning or won when I hit the Broton on Jey Uso, but at the same time, Roman Reigns hit John Cena with a guillotine, and the referee saw the tap before he saw the count first, and
the pin, yeah.
It twiz what it twiz, and it twas what it twas, Jesse. Ultimately, the bloodline, with bloodied opponents all across the board, took care of business.
Yeah, truthfully,
and they're victorious again.
I know Riddle's been on a hot streak over the past few weeks. I would very much be interested in Riddle possibly getting a match with Roman down the line.
He got very, very close, Jesse, and to at least pulling off the victory today against a Bloodline member. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. He didn't take the fall. Excuse me. He didn't take the fall. Ultimately, It was Cena.
Yeah.
Who is just continuing to disappoint a bit.
He's putting people over.
He is. That's for damn sure,
That's the way you look at it on a positive note.
Speaking of putting people over, let's talk about the next match, which was the triple threat for your ladies we saw Raquel Gonzalez take on Charlotte, who took on Toni Storm. And, I mean, this was a great match.
Yeah, great little match.
You missed.
I did miss. Still going for the slide. But Raquel Gonzalez looked amazing. Toni Storm looked great. Charlotte Flair, I feel like, was just there, but she was still fighting though in the match. I remember she did hit the figure 4 lock, I believe, on me, and Toni Storm broke it up. I believe a Storm Zero was hit on outside of the table spot with Raquel. Powerbomb, I think, was on Toni. There were some spots in the match, but Raquel Gonzalez, in the end, walked away with the victory. I did not pin Christian. I did pin Charlotte Flair, which I think is the bigger story to tell, because it's the second time she beat the Queen, and now I believe...
How's her number?
I believe her record is now 3-2, or maybe 3-3. I want to say 3-2. But now with Raquel Gonzalez winning, I want to see her go against some other talent like Io Shirai, Liv Morgan, Kaylee Ray, maybe Bayley again. My women's division has some people in it. I got Ember Moon, Candice LeRae, Beth Phoenix. Like I got some women
Liv
for.
Morgan?
Yeah, I said Liv Morgan. I got some people for Raquel Gonzalez to go against, and I'm very interested to see where she goes from here, because truthfully, I would love to build her to becoming either a top contender on SmackDown or possibly maybe even beat Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's Championship down the road.
Yeah, it was a great match. I was Toni Storm, and I thought I had it in the bag. I was kicking ass. And ultimately, I didn't get pinned. Charlotte took a decent amount of damage, a few Storm Zeros, a table spot, and Raquel got the win. A great win, dare I say. And impressive showing from her. I'm excited to see her future, Jesse. Speaking of future, the next match was Umaga, a little bit of a blast from the past, against Samoa Joe, who this is some kind of blood carrying over from the Bloodline Joe feud, and we know Bloodline has an association with Umaga. And they had a Hell in a Cell match, a stipulation that I was really hoping to see when Roman took on Joe in a 3 stages of Hell match, but never happened. But we got to see it tonight. And Samoa Joe redeemed himself, got his W, and hopefully back on track to continue what was going to be a great season. Umaga looked great. I thought I had the match won. I went for my Samoan Spike after hitting a levy of moves. You reversed me and ultimately hit me with a muscle buster. The top cell broke. The side of the cell broke. I threw you off of the cell a few times. Tables were being broken through. It really was hell. It really was a war. And it ended with Samoa Joe coming out victorious. I'm so excited to see where Samoa Joe can take it from here. And I'm interested in, honestly, just seeing him have wars throughout the rest of the season. You know what? Riddle versus Joe. I like that match.
I like
that matchup.
I also like Kevin Owens in the mix of those two.
Kevin Owens versus Riddle, Kevin Owens versus Joe. Strowman still has yet to be really too much in the mix. I got Damian Priest. I got Isaiah Swerve Scott, Bobby Lashley.
Ray.
I got Ray, Finn Balor. Man, the levy of talent. Walter, sweet Ricochet. I can keep on going, Jesse. It's going to get real mixy on Monday night. And, man, I'm really excited to see where the whole division takes it from here. What you feeling about?
I'll save it till the end.
Okay, you'll save it to the end. I guess so. Guys, and then we capped it off for the first episode, episode 44, with a special treat for you guys. Me and Jesse were gone for 2 weeks, and truth be told, I don't like being away at all. I like having videos up every week. I like the consistency. I'm a consistent man. That's what I kind of depend everything on. And unfortunate circumstances, vacationing, sicknesses, real life took a toll. So we decided to reward you guys with a special fatal 4-way match that included Walter. It included my guy Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. What's the Damian Priest? Why couldn't I think of that? And I couldn't think of it because I wasn't him. I was Walter.
I was Seth Rollins.
And none of those people won. AJ Styles pulled it off. Tell me how he did it.
With a neck breaker, man. I mean, you got the job done. It was the CPU. We play on Hall of Fame difficulty. Obviously it happened, and you guys saw the result. We weren't going to take away the victory from AJ Styles. But all I know is, in that match, since he did beat Seth Walter, and Damian Priest. He has a date with Brock Lesnar now.
AJ Styles.
For the United States Championship.
That's crazy.
I think I'm going to save it for my next exclusive SmackDown.
That's a question, Jesse. Who takes this next pay-per-view? I feel like we're both at a point where we only got 2 weeks to book the next one. I think we do a rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, for the next one? Hey, you won the pay-per-view. If you want to take it, there you go.
So it's like coin toss, balls in my corner.
Yeah.
I'll take a second to see what I got after the post show's done, and we'll take it from there. But I like.
But
that.
I'll definitely.
Thank you, Flies.
I'll definitely probably say, because that's a pay-per-view match.
Absolutely.
AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar.
Can it wait 4 weeks? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I could build it.
Yeah,
I could give it some proper build. And for the United States Championship, that's a good match, man. Yeah, AJ Styles got the job done no matter what. He got the victory. Took the advantage of pinning me because I was extremely hurt from the damage I was taking from AJ during the match, Priest and Walter. But he has a date with Brock Lesnar in the near future. I can't wait to see that match. And can AJ Styles be the one to beat Brock Lesnar?
That is the question,
right
Jesse. We have seen the Brock challenge carry over for multiple weeks now. I wonder if we're still going to see him fight on SmackDowns, even if it's non-title matches?
Yes.
Are we still going to see the challenge continue?
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Brock on weekly television is something exciting to see.
I mean, he's my biggest superstar.
I'm so excited for the future of our channel. I always am when we finish a pay-per-view, especially a pay-per-view like Summerslam. But that was the end of episode 44.
Oh, you know what? I'll announce it now. The next opponent for Brock Lesnar, I know a lot of people love him. I know he just got hurt. It's going to be Dragunov.
Okay.
He got hurt in real life. He gave away his United Kingdom Championship, and that fly just flew across the phone, and I don't know why he went.
He's trolling you, isn't
he? Yeah, I'm trying to even out the pay-per-view. But Dragunov will be next for Brock Lesnar on the next episode of SmackDown.
Nice. I like the announcements, Jesse. Just keeping them fly right, keeping them maybe bad.
Yeah, bad timing.
Anyways, keeping it moving, guys. To kick off, honestly, we go right into it. Brock and Sami.
Yeah, great match. Entertaining as hell. Sami Zayn.
I thought I was gonna lose.
Yeah, man. 2 blue thunder bombs. 2 haluva kicks. You had no resiliency in the time where I think you don't kick out by mashing X repetitively. You kicked out.
I'm a champion, man.
All I'm going to say is I think Brock Lesnar is like a 98 in this game for how much he has been freaking winning. He's definitely probably top 2 and not 2 in the power rankings if I had to look. But wow.
Him and Randy are really battling for that one spot.
Yeah. Randy and Brock Lesnar are definitely my top 2 superstars. Both have the championships. But Brock Lesnar, man, just... I don't want the guy to lose, but I just want him to, just feel like he's not untouchable. Like, he's had some matches against Killer Kross, Dominic Dijakovic, even Cameron Grimes, and now Sami Zayn. Those 4 people all had great, great matches with Brock Lesnar, and were very close.
What is it going to take to defeat him is the question. I mean, we saw Randy pin him.
Yes, very true. In a tag team match, though.
And we saw Seth defeat him.
Yes.
But this Brock now is
different.
He's coming out with a forklift, and he's forklifting your entire division and flipping them upside down.
Can Dragunov be can he be the answer next episode? Or are we going to have to wait and see for maybe you have to be phenomenal? And you got to be the phenomenal one to beat Brock Lesnar? Who knows? But all I know is just Brock Lesnar, besides Cesaro, I think is male superstar of the year.
Yeah, Jesse. We're going to have a strong conversation for a lot of candidates when that time comes. But this is more so like the halfway point. So thus far, I don't know who would take it. That's a question for the fans. So far, halfway through the year, damn near, who has been the male superstar of the year? Brock, Randy, Roman, Cesaro. I would say it's those 4.
Yeah. Edge before he started to lose recently. Yeah,
but now he's 4-2. Cesaro's 6-0. So it is about what have you done for me lately, because the season is still in full effect, and we'll talk about that Cesaro match in a second. But let's talk about that tag team match that we had, Jesse. New Day versus Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. Jesse, I hate to say it, but those boys weren't ready yet.
Yeah.
It reminded me of I can't even say that. I can't say that. I was gonna say Miz and Morrison taking on the Usos, but they really had a classic match.
Yeah, Miz and Morrison put
wasn't
up way
that.
more.
It was really like the rookies. Just were they were rookies, and this was like that 8th seed fighting that 1st seed, and it was like, all right, they might really have a comeback story. They might be the underdogs. Maybe they even won game 1, but the veteran, the Warriors are going to be the Warriors. The Lakers are going to be the Lakers. And, at the end of the day, the 8th seed is going to be the 8th seed. But I do look forward to Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo's future career on SmackDown Live. Yeah. I hope you continue pushing them.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep pushing them, but maybe just like a slow push. Because I'll compare it to UFC. Like a good example is of Darren Till, the good guy from England. Mm-hmm. When he beat Donald Cerrone, it was the biggest victory of his career. Then they put him in a ring with Jorge Masvidal, knocked out. And pretty much ruined his momentum. With people like that, you want to slowly build, give him a contender here, not up to the killer list of a top 5 or you know what I mean. But Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, they beat Legacy, they beat Dirty Dogs, they beat Oni Larkin and Danny Burch, and they also beat Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. Yep. I think that's a pretty climbing up the ladder, and then you get the champions, and then you just fall from grace.
But, a few wins and they could be back on top.
Very true.
New Day has clearance.
Yeah, they had no rust.
Well, yeah,
that was my worry,
I told you I did want to see Strong Style versus Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. We have yet to see that yet.
Yeah, that honestly, that
Strong
could be
Style might be what's next for New Day.
Yeah, that could. Well, they definitely got to get.
They got to get wins. They got to get wins.
I think they're only 2-1.
Gotta double check their record for sure.
Yeah, I would have to double check.
They gotta get wins, and that's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. Is who's gonna win, who's gonna lose.
Very
and Jesse, we saw a person deal with this in the next match, the main event of episode 45, when we saw Naomi take on Rhea Ripley, Jesse, and this was. Wow, we gotta have that conversation. What was match of the night? I don't know. This is up there for me. This was a great match. Ladies were back and forth. Wasn't a very finisher heavy match.
I had a riptide on the outside.
On the outside, you couldn't land one inside, and I was fortunate enough to land 2 of Naomi's finishers, maybe even more because I hit the Rings of Saturn twice as well, so maybe 4 finishers. Damn, I really smoked it with Naomi.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we finally saw it happen. Rhea Ripley lost. She tapped out.
Finally.
We saw some confuzzlement with the referee's steel chair. Not a legal object, but both ladies attempting to use it. Even Naomi hitting the referee, hoping that the steel chair was still in the ring. It wasn't. The referee got up quick. Refereed his ass off, I must say. Kept it clean. And because he kept it so clean, got his ass whooped afterwards.
He got a clean punch to the jaw.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley has now attacked the referee. Naomi has now attacked the referee. 2 of them. I don't know what is next for these women. They will have to go at it again. That is more than clear. We have a new Raw Women's Champion for the first time in a very long time. Rhea Ripley was an inherited champion from the prior seasons, and she had an undefeated record, 3-0 going into tonight. Now she's 3-1, and Naomi is 3-1. Mm-hmm. So we will see those ladies go at it for sure at my next pay-per-view. What stipulation should we see? Fans, throw me some suggestions.
No ref involved.
How do we get no ref? How do we get a special guest referee? I wish we could do things like that, but you know how the game goes. Yeah. But, man, what did you think of this match?
It was pretty solid. The first match they had was great. This match was really good, too. Had some good spots, obviously, with the referee getting involved. Honestly, I think the first match was a little bit better, truthfully, because I know there was more false finishes. Not too many where it gets they're gonna try and have the crowd jump out their seats too much. I think
we had some battles with submissions. That match was a classic.
Yeah, that first match between Rhea and Naomi was, I feel like, a little bit better. But the story continues with obviously Rhea losing, her getting her rematch, and Rhea doing the same thing Naomi did with, clocking the referee after the win.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle, exactly. We got to see Naomi. Rhea Ripley's moment ruined when she defended that championship with obviously the scene where Naomi hit the ref no one likes, including me, most importantly. And then we saw Rhea Ripley take the moment from Naomi and excuse me, hitting the referee and ruining the moment of her getting the title because we never saw her grab the title.
I want to see Naomi come out with that championship.
Yeah, especially with that new attire she has and everything. Still not a fan of the Feel the Glow gimmick. She's still got to get rid of that. But I'm interested to see.
You're gonna change once you see what I continue to have for Naomi.
Yeah, I'm interested to see obviously that trilogy and to see if Rhea gets it back, or if Naomi could defend and really have a lot of interesting matchups in that division because you have Becky Lynch, you have Sasha, you have Bianca, you have Mickie James. You got some girls.
I have a levy of talent. Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, a levy of talent. A few people that I'm trying to sign. I got to talk to Jesse after this is over, discuss that. But man, I'm excited for that future of the women's division. But the future is still wide open because we know Rhea Ripley is not done with Naomi, and we're gonna see it again. Definitely seeing it again next pay-per-view. That could be confirmed whenever who does the pay-per-view. Again, just stay tuned, stay in the mix, stay in the Discord, amongst other things, Jesse. But that was the end of episode 45. Episode 46, however, kicked it off with a crowning of champions. We mentioned Banks Belair. They were boss time. And they were on boss time today, and they put on a decent performance. But ultimately, the way looked pretty good, man.
Yeah, Indy Hartwell bounced back from her horrible performance she had against Shotzi and Ember Moon. But tonight, she got it done. Candice LeRae was in the ring a little bit here and there. But Indy Hartwell really brought it home. And I believe pinned Sasha Banks. Yeah. Which is a big-time victory. Even though it was in a tag team match, I mean, they're fighting for the vacant tag team championships. Even if she pinned Bianca, that's a big-time win.
Billy, listen, man. I still got half the season. Give me some time. I got you, man. Gotcha.
Oh, the guy that's a big time fan of Sasha.
He's a hardcore gamer. That's my guy.
Yeah, we both love Sasha, but hey, the way the cookie crumbles, whoever becomes champions.
Facts.
I mean, is how we roll. So.
How do you feel with the new tag team champions, Jesse? You feeling good?
I mean, Candice LeRae. I mean, that's the first time they ever got, I think, tag team gold. I don't think they ever won the championships in NXT. And I know Candice LeRae has been out with obviously having her child with Johnny. And I know Indy Hartwell, I don't think really does too much on NXT 2.0. I wouldn't know because I don't watch it. Hopefully they change it to back the way Triple H ran it, where it was literally black and gold. Mostly just gold because Triple H is the man. But yeah, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell are now your new tag team champions. And I want to see them go against Shotzi and Ember Moon again. Maybe for the titles.
Maybe.
But we'll see. But they'll definitely have a match very soon.
Yes, Jesse, and we will see indeed. And speaking of seeing, we saw a great co-main event, the Raw main event of the evening, when we saw Edge, the former WWE champion, take on Xavier Woods, former Money in the Bank briefcase holder, versus the new and still WWE champion Cesaro. This was a great match. Everybody had their spots. Xavier Woods, a few moments where I thought he was going to walk away with it. The way he was performing, he was looking great. But ultimately, Cesaro neutralized things, pinned Edge, and still, we didn't see him defend last time, but now we get to see a title defense from Cesaro, and still, WWE champion
I'm gonna be
Cesaro
honest,
retained.
I think this was match of the night.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
It could be.
Xavier Woods had a cool table spot when I slid the table in. I mean, just every weapon literally was taken out underneath the ring. Edge obviously had a few executions on both people. I had a spear multiple times on Xavier Woods.
Brock versus Sammy was fun. Cody Randy was fun. Honestly, we didn't have no bad matches.
No
bad matches at all. This could be match of the night, though.
I think it was. And just triple threat matches are always fun. You got
never know who wins.
Yeah,
a 4-way match was fun. Yeah. Man, this was a great card.
Like you got Edge, former WWE champion. You got your current WWE champion Cesaro, and then you had obviously Xavier Woods, who was Mr. Money in the Bank. So a lot was on the line in this match, and obviously very successful seasons for all three of these men so far. Obviously with Cesaro reigning on top of the other two, still undefeated, still WWE champion. I think it was definitely match of the night, and the fact that Cesaro finally defended a world championship in our universe mode, cool to see. Because we saw Edge obviously become WWE champion a few times and defended for a little bit on, across the seasons we played universe mode. Would have been cool to see Xavier Woods get that moment, especially losing his briefcase. But I'm glad Cesaro is still your WWE champion, truthfully.
And still is the words to use right there, Jesse. And I'm excited to see what's next for him. I know you mentioned the prospect of Xavier Woods. We never really saw Edge versus Cesaro one-on-one match. Maybe that's something that we can do. Honestly, that's why I have to sit with this. I got to rewatch the gameplay. I got to see who did what. I got to listen to the fans' reception. I take all of this into consideration, and we're going to decide some outcomes, Jesse. We're going to definitely decide some outcomes very, very soon. But with that being said, let's talk about the outcome, and let's talk about the match of the main event of the whole show. Let's go.
Yeah. Legacy versus Legend. Cody Rhodes trying to become world champion. And Randy Orton obviously being your and still. And just a great performance from Randy Orton in the end. Randy Orton defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Cody Rhodes. And this match had a lot to tell because obviously we've seen over the past few weeks what has been going on between the both of them. Cody returning. They had the little tag team match. They did well together. Nothing really was, a problem until Cody Rhodes mentioned after he beat Kevin Owens in a great main event, him making his father proud and his fans proud and putting on great matches for SmackDown and wrestling. And I'm allowed to say that now. It's unbanned.
Yes, Jesse, you are. TV14 television.
But the fact that he mentioned world champion and literally within 3 seconds, the champion comes out from the crowd and RKO's him and pretty much just puts a halt to Cody Rhodes, even finishing his promo. And that's really just what pretty much booked the match at SummerSlam, the main event, Legacy versus Legend. Cody Rhodes did get the job done. He was one move away from a crossroads and obviously stunning Randy Orton there. Both of the guys were bloodied up. Cody was bloodied up from the beginning. I think it was from one of the elbows on the ground. So long story telling with between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Still to tell because those guys have a lot in common. Obviously with them being in Legacy, them having their feud back in the day and now, because I know Cody Rhodes still wants to become World Heavyweight Champion. And I will be giving him definitely another opportunity at the Gold for Randy Orton's title. When? I'm not sure. It probably will be at my next pay-per-view.
The time has to be right, Jesse. And you know what? You're talking all this jazz, and you have a lot in store. And I'm looking back, and I think Raw needs some more time. You got the next pay-per-view, so 2 weeks. Think of what it's going to be called. Fans, do we want to see anything specific for SmackDown Live coming next? But in 2 weeks, we're going to have a new show. Randy Orton defended his title today. RKO's galore. I could not get the punt off. I didn't need it. Cody Rhodes was a bloody pulp by the end of it, and ultimately Randy Orton, with blood on his face, holds up that title, and he is still the Universal Champion. World Heavyweight Champion of the universe is what I meant to say. And really topped off a great show, a great night.
The question I definitely want to ask our subscribers and everyone that watches us, even though Triple H put on a great SummerSlam, what would you guys rate our SummerSlam compared to the one that Triple H booked?
I honestly think it's a close call.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, we put
SummerSlam in real life was great.
I think we put on
Universe mode though was it.
I think we put on more matches than WWE did because if I remember correctly, I think WWE put on 7 matches or maybe 8. I think we put on.
Crazy if we did more matches than WWE.
100%. I think we did.
Sheesh, Jesus Christ, what are we getting into?
I think 100% we did. But let us know down in the comment section below what SummerSlam was better. If you guys say the one in real life was better,
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. If you guys say ours was better, just thank you for the support. And
we gave you 3 of them things. 3 of them things.
3 parts. Continue to show I can't talk now. It's the flies and just haunting me.
It's the pizza, Jesse. It's the pizza. I'm checking on it. I hope the guy's not trying to contact me because my phone is recording.
Continues to show support. There we go. And ring the bells. Stay in the chat. Talk to us in the Discord. Whatever you guys want to talk about, wrestling wise, life wise.
Yeah, man. And for the Discord, feel free
involved.
to discuss whatever wrestling related stuff. Even if you're, I at one point told somebody who did music, throw your music in here. I don't care, man. I really just want to create a safe, nice, friendly space for everybody to talk wrestling, to talk life, to talk universe mode. Universe mode obviously is the main thing because, hey, Jesse, we're the only universe mode that matters, aren't we? And we just put on a great SummerSlam for everybody watching at home, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. So yeah, let us know. Who did the better show? Real life or us? What would you rate our show? What was match of the night? What was moment of the night? What was the upset of the night? Let us know all these things down below in the Discord, all across the board. You guys, it's like a specific audience that likes the post show, so I'm talking to you right now. If you're still watching, you gotta comment. You gotta let us know, or else we'll never know at all. Guys, thank you so much for watching as always. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, join that Discord.
Before I'll finish it off. Ring the bells, guys, and we'll see you on.
Wait, no, you had an announcement. You gotta say it.
Oh, okay. You won the pay-per-view, right?
I did.
Okay. Well, since you finally won your first pay-per-view, I'm gonna pull the
dominoes on you.
No. I'm gonna pull the cat out the hat, and this is just me being a sore loser. Over the past few weeks, there's been a few DLC packs to come out. I think 2 DLC packs. Some superstars, obviously, to be signed, but I think SmackDown deserves to sign someone. And I did win that last week of the ratings for SmackDown. And I think overall, I've been winning, even though Raw has been doing very well. And I think my show needs another superstar, Christian, because I did trade Kevin Owens. Liv Morgan, yeah, she's a star to be, but she's not no former UFC champion, Christian.
You're claiming Ronda Rousey off the waiver wire.
Yeah. No, not even a waiver wire. She's a free agent. And
that's what I said we were gonna have to discuss off air. But you know what?
I think.
How about we fight for it, Jesse?
On next Raw, SmackDown
ratings. Whoever wins the next show in ratings gets Ronda Rousey. We both got to put on the shows of our lives.
That's a good idea.
A ratings battle for Ronda.
That's a good idea.
And fans, stop voting for SmackDown just to vote for SmackDown. I feel like it's like a...
No,
it's because it's the last thing that plays and it's the last episode you guys probably see. I'm putting in this work, man. Y'all is hating. But I digress. Ratings battle for Ronda. Are we on?
For how long?
No, just for next week.
Just 1 week?
1 week.
Okay. I'll do a pound on it because I don't want to just...
You know what? Smart man, Jesse. Smart man. Is that all you had to say before you... any of the cats? I got cats in my room. You taking cats out of the bag now? I already got 2.
I think that was it, yeah.
All right, go home, Roger. That's it for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, join the Discord.
Ring the bells, get our new updated videos, and we'll see you on
the other side of the universe.
Peace.
Yeah, I got the game all in my hand, ooh, and yeah, pop out with the drip and make a fan drool. You could risk it if you want, this ain't no fan duel. Yeah, I'm in a Benz cool, yeah, stepping for the breeze.